Jump on
You're going to Miami Heat with you.
Last time it kills me. Yeah. Down me, not quite. Down me.
You happy, Mel?
Oh, yeah, very satisfied. We could have just turned up tonight and just played, and just see what happens. But the character of this footy team is tremendous, and they had a point to prove tonight and was very good.
Do you think he would be able to do 80 minutes now?
Sorry?
Do you think he would be able to play 80 minutes?
Oh, I was very confident he was going to play 80 minutes. He eats the right food and drinks the right stuff. And, so I mean, he's a true professional, and he's important to our footy team, isn't he? He gives structure to what we do, allows players like Cameron and John to just play, and he gives confidence to everybody around him as well. So it's good to have him back, and his contribution tonight was excellent.
What do you think when you look at a scoreline like that? I know the series was over, but you stole the football that was played there tonight.
Yeah, I
mean, you
mean,
won the game. What are your thoughts on that?
Let's first and foremost, congratulate and acknowledge New South Wales. They won the series. We come with a plan tonight around playing a bit of footy, and I think the referees allowed that tonight. So the 10 metres was better, and the ruck speed was a bit better, and I think it was ref fairly. So it allowed us a bit of space. I thought we dominated right from the beginning. I thought we were the better side for the whole 8 minutes really, and we allowed them back into, and they scored that try on the back of our errors and a penalty. So from a control point of view, and that's one of our focuses through the week. But it allowed us to play footy, and we've got a very, very, very skillful footy side, and with some tremendous players like Cameron, and we can take advantage of that.
No, does that sort of performance also, I guess, reiterate the value of getting a whole week the squad, I guess, not interrupted by injury and not affected? One of those, I guess, the little interruptions are probably that sort of thing.
Who's that for? My question.
Yeah.
What was the question? wasn't listening to you, I must confess. What was the question?
4 games, 1 and 2, you had an injury interrupted preparation.
There's no excuses. We've got no excuses. We did what we had to do in the preparation. I thought our preparation and all the games were excellent. Again, the continuity and having Cooper back and everyone training all this week, is great. And obviously Cooper's combination with Billy and Cameron, that's a really important and valuable to our footy team. So, again, a bit bittersweet. However, I'm very pleased and proud of the way that the guys played tonight.
Now, how important certainly means going forward to next year that the same side should just about run out again and go?
Well, we don't need to make any changes, to be honest with you. So we had Matty Scott out tonight, obviously with Taddy as well, so through injury. So we've got look at I don't know where Taddy is and his decision about what he wants to do in the future, but certainly Matty Scott to come back on the footy team, and I'm very happy with the players, and they get on so well, and we don't really need to change anything, in my opinion.
Cam, you got across the line 4 or 5 times in the first 30 minutes and couldn't get the ball down. Do you start to think then about that blue wall, or do you're playing well enough that you're going to crack it eventually? Like say, your defence in that first 30 minutes was again great.
Yeah, it was great, and it has been all series. But our belief was that we knew that was coming, but we wanted to be better this time around about persevering and continue to build pressure. I think maybe the first 2 games when we didn't get across the line, maybe we got a little bit frustrated at times. And we tried to come up with things that we didn't plan to do, and we went outside of our game plan. And tonight we knew we wanted to come here and play football. Our goal was to stick to our game plan. We did that, and obviously got the result we wanted, and then some. I think the way we played tonight really showed that this team isn't finished. There's a lot of talk about after the result in Sydney that, this dynasty, if you like, is over. But as Mal said, I think the team that we had out there tonight was played extremely well. We're a very, very close-knit team, and I think we're good enough to go around next year and really try and bring that shield back to Queensland.
Cameron, how much do you take from tonight going into the next series in terms of just momentum and things like that?
Yeah, well, there's certainly a lot of confidence, and you talk about momentum. It's always nice to finish the series with a win. Not taking anything away from New South Wales, of course. They're the series winners. They've got the shield, so congratulations to them. But it's always nice to finish with a victory. I remember when we were going for a clean sweep a few years back, and I remember losing the game. It was actually here, and it was a bit of an empty feeling, really. Although you have the shield in the dressing shed, it was a bit of an empty feeling finishing off the series. But the guys are very pleased with the effort tonight, and we've always been confident throughout the whole 3 games this year about game plan and the belief in each other. But I think with the victory tonight, I think that was pretty close to a sort of a record win for Queensland. It's always nice to finish that way.
What did you say to Cooper, mate, when you're running for the try? Tell him just to sit back.
If I was running that slow, I had a full conversation with him. Scissors, paper, rock. I took that long to get to it. No, I was coming at a bit of an angle. I don't think he sort of seen me where I was coming from, and he didn't say anything, and I just it's mine. So I really don't think he knew I was there, and then so you need to make a call because we could have ended up colliding or going for the ball, and thankfully he pulled up the little fella and got a 4-pointer. It's always nice.
Can you win like that? Is it hard not to feel you regret over the first 2 games?
Oh, there's no regret. I think we've moved through that disappointment of losing the first 2 matches, and we've addressed what went wrong. We addressed what went wrong in the first game when we entered camp for game 2, and then we addressed what happened in game 2 when we started the camp for game 3. And we knew what went wrong. Our first game, our execution with our set plays. Game 2 was really our execution in the second half. We just couldn't hold the ball. I thought we dominated game 2 in Sydney for 60 minutes, and then we went away from our game plan, dropped a bit of ball and invited New South Wales back in the game. So really there's no regret. We went through our disappointment and we spoke about it, we moved on, and that's why I believe we got the result that we got tonight and the way we did it, really.
Justin Hodges was talking about retiring 12 months ago. That series that he played this year, can you tell us what impact he has?
Hodjo's grown as a leader, so even within the Maroons, so he's the leader of the Broncos, but within our group, he's talking, more than he's ever talked. Obviously, he's got a great passion for the Maroon jersey and loves to play in the Maroon jersey. He's an aggressive player, which you need to be at our origin level, and he's a valuable contributor to our team. So this year I just noticed his leadership qualities as opposed to other years. He's stepped up. He's a senior member of the team, and he's not scared to say something when needed.
Same go for Corey?
Absolutely. I mean, they're all great players. I mean, Cos's game tonight was fabulous. No, not really. No. He's again, he's similar to all these fellows. I mean, they love playing in the Maroon jersey. They love playing for each other. They don't want to let their teammate down. That's really important. New South Wales is exactly the same. But Cos's contribution tonight was fabulous. Sensational.
Just on Will Chambers, can you talk about
one of the best debuts in Origin, I would suggest here. His effort tonight was, how good was it? Very pleased for him. He's been sitting in the wings for a number of years, with our emerging squads, our 18th man program. But tonight he got his chance and he grabbed it. Similar to Aidan Gura in game 1. So here all these younger players are coming through, grabbing their opportunity. Feels like they've been part of the team for years. And he stepped up. What a great debut.
It just shows how strong the emerging setup is, doesn't it?
Well, it does, and we've got some quality players, and it's fantastic that these younger ones are starting to emerge now. the senior group, you know, with people like Cameron and John and Cooper and Billy, you know, around the traps. They look and see and observe, you know, how these guys go around with their preparation, how much passion they got for, you know, for the Queensland jersey, the contribution they make not only, you know, through the week but into the game, and they grow you know, a couple of legs from it all. So it's invaluable, you know, to have those younger fellas coming through at the moment and learn off the senior guys.
Mal, Jacob Lilliman, he's been in and out for a few years, but the first 20 minutes tonight was outstanding.
Yeah, great. You know, so I mean, he's just been unlucky, Jake, because he's had a couple of fantastic, some of the best Maroon players in the game. You know, with Petro and Petro Pricey initially, and then you got you know, Matty Scott and Nate Miles. You know, so he's just been hanging in the wings. So again, it's, you know, it just shows you know, with our system is working, when Jake gets an opportunity, he's well liked by the group. People, you know, his peers respect the way he plays, and you know, we knew he was going to step up and play really well tonight as a starter.
Cam, you really make the birdie rate each other all night. Have you fun when they get back to the
Yeah.
Was what was being said there that last couple between those guys and Birdie?
Sorry, wasn't it?
Yeah. He said, "I'm sorry, mate. I'll see you tomorrow." Oh, look, I don't know. You know, Birdie sort of went down and.
Well, Birdie jumped on the tackle.
No, so.
You know what I mean? So, you know, I reckon he contributed to what happened. You know, so we'll see what the review, you know, the review does. But I didn't see much in it, to be honest with you.
What did you?
And it was like nearly an Oscar-winning performance. It must be worth, you know, watching a fair bit of that World Cup soccer.
What did you think of the tackle on Will Chambers when he was running the ball from the kick? The Josh Reynolds.
You know, it's illegal. Simple as that. You know, he's concussed, minor concussion. Deserves to be on report. Shoulder charge. You know, I think, you know, Cameron mentioned to the referees about that shoulder charge by Hodjo, got pulled up straight away. Then all of a sudden Josh Reynolds does exactly the same thing, probably worse. Was going to play on until someone mentioned it. You know, so deserves to be on report and see what happens from that.
Well, it's good to see. It makes a big difference to have 10 metres to watch a game like that.
Well, absolutely. It allows a bit more space, and we've got some fantastic players who can play with, you know, a bit of space around it, you know, play footy. We've been asking for that all series, and we got it tonight, and our players, the Maroon players, showed, you know, we've given space and time. You know, they're pretty hard to beat.
Did you get a chance to speak to the refs before that?
I did. You know, it was all about that. You know, it was all about the 10 metres in particular, and you know, with the 10 metres, players being back, those 10 metres, then you know, there's less chance of, you know, players, you know, getting numbers in the tackle. You know, there's a bit more momentum happening, and we're allowed to play off momentum tonight.
Mel Daly took advantage of that space almost straight away off the bench. He showed his versatility once again tonight.
Fantastic. Yeah, I mean, he steps his role in the team at the moment. You know, behind Cooper and John, and he plays that role really well for us.
Cameron, your ankle was troubling you at the end. Is it all right, or?
Oh, I just got caught in an awkward position there at the end. I had a run and a couple of boys sort of come down on it, but that's free. It's okay. Finished strongly. So.
Cameron, considering what Cooper went through, like he was thinking about making him come back even 5 minutes after he'd broken his arm, the reward he got to score that try at the end, it's not a bad little reward, you know, as I say.
Yeah, look, it's nice, and I've spoken about him a couple of times during the week about how professional he is with his injuries, and you know, the way he goes about his preparation, and you know, I think there's a lot of question marks flying around about, you know, his inclusion in this game, but he's never in doubt of not playing. You know, he trained every session with us, and he trained strongly, so yeah, it's a nice little bonus for him to get a 4-pointer. There's no doubt.
Thanks, Frank.
Oh yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Okay. Thanks, I like playing, mate. Thanks,